everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Nicole and this is Dusty Book Sniffers, and today we're here for my September TBR pile of possibilities, all the things that'll be happening in September and some that'll bleed over into October. Alright, so let's get started. Good morning or good evening everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I prattle on about some of the books that I am going to attempt to read during the month of September and a little bit into October, as I said in the intro. Alright, it has been a hot minute since I have put out any videos. I don't even know why. I inadvertently, well actually I do know why. I was quite burnt out and all the things, and so inadvertently during August I ended up not filming much at all. I didn't do a TBR, I didn't do weekly vlogs or anything like that. So I'm feeling still a little bit unmotivated, but I'm feeling like I want to get back into it as well. So I basically have just been doing sprints on the channel and also over on my craft channel as well. So I'm fingers crossed I get back into everything sooner rather than later. Alright, so as I said, I'm here to talk about the pile of possibilities that I have, and so the couple of things that we're going to cover in this TBR video is a Mystic Readathon, which I am a co-host for Team Human, so make sure that you check out the announcement video down below and you can come and join in the fun. And of course I would love you to join Team Human, but there are many other teams that you can join as well, and we got an array of co-hosts, and the lovely Nell from Nell Diamond is the creator of this readathon. So I'm going to start with those books first. Now I am not going to go into detail into these books. I'm just going to give you a general idea, keep this video nice, short and sweet, and yeah, just give you a general idea of what the books are about. And I'm not going to say what prompts they're for or anything like that, because quite honestly I can't remember what I pulled them out, but I do know that some are for LGBTQ, IA+, and also BIPOC. Some will have, like, they're meeting different prompts, you know, such as text and all that sort of stuff in it, and also I think one is set in a particular place with a name in it, just general things like that. So yeah, I have a few of these books that I want to get done. Alright, so I have predominantly picked off my shelf, and the reason I'm looking down is because I have a pile of books here and I'm trying to keep track of where they're all coming from. Now, I do have a couple that have audio that I can attach to it, so I can do immersive reading, or I can just get into the audio as I'm working during the day and all the rest of it. Alright, so the first one I'm going to start with is a graphic novel, which is Heartstopper. I've wanted to read this for quite some time, so I'm going to give that a go this month. I got this on special. I think I got this for like $12. When I priced it up in the bookshop, it was, I think it was like $25 or something when I first priced them up, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to wait for a bit. So I waited for a bit and I ended up getting this for, I'm pretty sure this one was $12, so I was pretty happy with that. And it only just recently came in, that's why I'm telling you, so it's sort of like a little bit of a haul as well. So I'm going to give that one a go and see if I like it. I'm sure I will, because everybody loves it. I'll just put their books over here out of the way. The next one that I'm going to read is Husbands by Chandler Blake. This is a feminist thriller. This one gives me the vibes, just looking at the cover and the synopsis when I read it. This one gives me the vibe of like Stepford Wives, but switched around. It's about husbands. What would you do, and how far would you go to get your husbands to do all the things that you want them to do? You know, the common complaints, they don't put their dishes in the sink, or they don't help with the kids and all that sort of stuff. So it's got that sort of vibe to it. Yeah, so apparently it is a feminist thriller. I've seen it around a bit in the bookshops. I've seen it on Instagram and places like that, and apparently it's supposed to be pretty good. So I'm pretty keen to read this one. I got this one in the you probably recognize it because you've probably seen it in my haul videos. I got this for the in the Advent box at Christmas time for 2023. And so yeah, so I am using this for the Mystic Readathon as well as a Buzzwordathon, and I'm pretty sure that it was for August, because I'm a little little bit behind with Buzzwordathon. So yeah, so basically I've got this one, and I'm pretty happy that I'm going to be getting that off the docket as well. All right, the other ones for Mystic Readathon, and as I said, I'm not giving you any clues for what they're for or anything like that. The next one I'm going to be reading is Flowers in the Attic. I'm trying to read a lot of backlisted stuff and find a lot of stuff that I've wanted to read when I had young children, and I just really didn't have the chance or the time to put into the books that the books deserve. So I've got this one. I've actually had this one on my audio shelf for quite some time. I got it on special. I think I got it like for $4 or something when they were having a special. So I've wanted to read it for quite some time, but I also wanted to immersive read it because one of my really good friends has been on my backside since they read it in the early 90s, late 80s when they read it. And yeah, so basically they've been on my backside to read this. So I'm going to read this. And then I think as I progress on, Coda may be joining me to read the series because he also has it on his bookshelf as well. And as you know, Coda and I spend a lot of time reading series together. So this was another one that I wanted to put onto my list. The next one is, I know that this is for a next in a series. Sorry about the bumping. All my books just started to slide. I'm going to read the next one in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is A Good Girl, Bad Blood. It's the next one in the series, and I believe this one has to do with, it's got texts and all that sort of stuff in it. So sorry about the car starting. My daughter's just had to go off to work. So I'm going to get that done. I wanted to read this a couple of months ago, and it didn't fit any of the prompts in the Amazing Readathon. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to get it done. And it also helps me move along with my series that I need to do. The next one that, oh, my books are going everywhere. Let me just get them balanced. All right, this is not the best place to sit for this sort of stuff. Let me just get all these out. All right. Okay, that's sitting still now. All right, the next one that I'm going to be reading is another one that's next in the series. This is by Claudia Gray. I was put onto this author by Leandra from the TBR Zero, and this is the next in the series. And I also have the third in the series coming. It's like either, I think it's on its way. The Late Mrs. Willoughby. So this is one that has a name in it. So this is like a murder mystery. It's in the Mr. Darcy and Miss Tilney murder mystery series. So I'm pretty keen to get back into that. I read The Late Mr. Wickham, I think it was. No, The Murder of Mr. Wickham is the first one, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm pretty sure that I actually gave that 5 stars. So I'm expecting good things from this. It was very well written, the first one, so I'm expecting the same sort of scenario with this one, so I'm pretty keen to get into that. The next one that I'm also going to be reading is Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. This is the third one in a series, and you probably noticed that I am trying to concentrate on some of my series this month as well. So I'm looking forward to getting back into the Bright Falls universe and see what Iris gets up to in this one. I've thoroughly enjoyed Delilah Green Doesn't Care and the Astrid one as well, which is book 2. I actually love them both equally, although I found the second one to be the first one, I loved all the banter and everything in it, and the second one, it was really, really enjoyable to read and just spend that time, because I didn't really like Astrid in the first one, but the second one, her character just came to life, and you couldn't help but like her in the end. And so I was pretty happy that I had expectations that I wasn't going to enjoy it, but I was quite surprised by the second one. So I'm hoping that I get the same vibe from this one, although I do like Iris throughout the series, you know, just her little quips that she throws in every now and again. So I'm looking forward to that. The next one, this one is actually for I believe I've got this one for a BIPOC author and or character. Let me just bring up written by a BIPOC author. So and these two, and also for the other prompt that I have, which is a Black and or Indigenous main character. So I have, and I'm pretty sure this is the first one, so I've probably got them around the wrong way, but anyway, I'm going to be reading this one for a BIPOC author, and I'm going to read book 2 for the Black and or Indigenous character. So they are the two books that I'm going to read for that. And then that is that series done and dusted. Get that out of the way. And I actually have these both over on Everend, so I'm hoping that I will be able to read those. But they that sort of concludes the books that I'm using for the Mystic Readathon. It's a pretty casual TBR. I don't have any game or anything like that. It's just books that I'm picking off my shelf. And as you can see, I have pulled a ton off my shelves. So that is going to be a great month for getting stuff off my physical TBR. I'm really, really happy with that. Now, let me just pause for a moment and I'll get rid of these books so they're not all falling on me, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to the group read that we have starting. So on the 12th, for the series book club or group reads that we're doing, that Coda and I do every Sunday, Monday, we do sprints, and also on Thursday/Friday we also do sprints, and we try to read our series. So we're going to be continuing on with Green Rider. So you've already know about that. We're up to book 4 in that one, which is called Black Veil by Christian Britain. So yeah, you already know about that one, but we actually have another one coming into that, and that is the Practical Magic series, and we're going to be reading these in a chronological order. So on the 12th we are going to be starting Practical Magic, and then we're going to slowly work through the series from that. And if you're looking to see what the timeline is, and when each book is getting read, and what section of the book is getting read, and all of that sort of stuff, be sure to check out the spreadsheet down below. It has all of that information in there, including time that we block out weeks where we've extended it or anything like that because people have run behind or anything like that. So go and check that out. You'll have all that information there. I have all the books. One of my pet peeves though is that they are 2 different sizes, but anyway, they are by Alice Hoffman. If you have seen the movie, I have yet to read the book, then come and join us and read the book. I have read the book several times. I've used library books in the past. I finally have my own copy. I did actually have a secondhand copy, but I think I lent it to my friend and never got it back. So, but that's okay. I have a brand new one now, so I'm fine with that. But we are going to be, as I said, we're going to be starting with Practical Magic, and then we're going to work through the books until we have finished them all. All right, so and we're reading them in publication order, not chronological order, sorry. So we're reading them in publication order, and of course this was published way back in the 90s, and then these have come in the preceding years. So come and join us. All the information you need is down below, and I just want to take a moment and like have a look at these covers. Like, these are absolutely beautiful covers. I would have liked them all to be, you know, the same size. This one gives a very much fall vibes just from that cover as well. And then of course we've got Practical Magic, which is absolutely beautiful as well. So that is our group read. Of course, as I said, we are still continuing on with our Green Rider read along. So be sure to join us either on Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, Friday. And the reason I say Sunday, Monday is because it's Sunday if you're in the US, and also sort of over in the UK and Europe and whatnot, still Sunday. And then it's Monday morning for me here in Australia. So sprints happen every week. We have them happening, as I said, Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, Friday. So come along and join in. And of course, I also have sprints on Wednesdays as well. But I generally do NetGalley stuff on Wednesdays, writing reviews and all that sort of stuff. And we've actually had a time change with those. They were starting at 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. They are now starting at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Time, and they'll be going all day. So and then we'll continue on over to Crystal at Bond Book Reviews, and yeah, so keep an eye out for all of the happenings with the sprints, and you can find out all that information underneath this video and also on my homepage of the channel. But we would love you to come and join us to read this. And as I said earlier, that some of these books will be bleeding over into October, and this is the set that will be bleeding over. All right, so let me pop this down there, and we're going to move into the next one. Now, I also mentioned earlier that I am doing the Buzz Wordathon challenge this year. I am a little bit behind. I have read 42% of mine, so almost half. So I've done January, February, March, April. I missed May, but I finished June. Now, the reason that I missed May is because I was waiting for a book to come in, and that has finally come in, so I will be able to read that now. And I don't actually have a physical copy of this. This is going to be off Libby, and you can see here it is called Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. So I'm pretty sure you've seen this around. I'm not going to go into much detail because I don't actually have the physical copy. This has 371 pages. It was published in 2022, and the prompt was I needed to have the word everything, everyone, or everybody, etc. So that had to be, the word every had to be in the title. So everyone in my family has killed someone. It met the prompt. I had another book here for it, but it turned out, I thought it was first in the series, but it turned out to be like 13th in the series, so I didn't worry about that. The other one that I need to read, so I want to catch up to September. So I read in July, sorry, I read my mistake, sorry, in June I read Fire 5 by Candace Fox, and it had to have a repeating word in the title, so I got that one. Now, I have not yet talked about these books, so once I'm finished these 3 books, then I will talk about them in a sit-down video and just what I thought of them and all that sort of stuff, because I forget that they're for Buzzwordathon and I forget to vlog them, so I just do sit-down ones. All right, so in July, which I missed because I was catching up on my filming and all that sort of stuff and getting ready to go away for a week, I didn't get to this book, and it is a book that needs to be anything that could be counted as a measurement. So a time, a distance, short, long, tall, middle, half, mile, pound, or count, things like that. So I have Count the Ways. That is by Joyce Maynard. This is another one that I got out of the Book Grocer box, and I'm pretty happy that I'm going to be reading this one. It looks like it is a love story slash family orientated sort of book about 2 people that meet in I think it's in the 1970s at a marketplace, and just how their family comes together and how they come together, how the family dynamics evolves and all that sort of stuff. And that's sort of all I want to really know about it. I don't want to know too much about it. As I said, this come from the Book Grocer box, and my challenge for the Buzzwordathon was to actually make sure that I was reading some of those books that I got as well. So that also ticks off the one that I need to read for that. And of course, I didn't get August done either. Just lack of reading. I still read a lot of books, but it didn't really fit any of the prompts for Pick Pongathon. And obviously I was also focusing on my ARC August as well, because I was a co-host for that for the month of August. We had a big weekend towards the beginning of the month where we had nearly 54 hours of sprinting, solid sprinting, and we got a lot of ARCs read. And I have a video coming out shortly for that. I'm pretty sure it's coming out the end of this week, but don't hold me to that just in case I don't get it finished edited. But I did manage to get a lot of ARCs and everything read, but I unfortunately put Buzzwordathon aside, and this one has to have the word like in it. And this one, let me just bring it up for you so you can see it. White Like Her, My Family's Story of Race and Racial Passing. And you can see here that is what, let me just see if I can bring it up a bit bigger. It is by Gail Lakasik, I think is how you pronounce it. That is what it is. It's actually off my Kindle shelf, so I'm tracking what I read off my KU and Kindle shelf. This one is actually one that I got it through BookBub, and it's got 316 pages, and it was published back in 2017. It is a non-fiction biography, history memoir, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. I've had it on my Kindle shelf for quite some time, and I've been meaning to get to it, and I thought, you know what better way than using it for Buzzwordathon. All right, and that leaves us to September, and this one had to do with the senses, so taste, touch, smell, listen, all that sort of stuff. And again, this come out of my Book Grocer box. It's called The Listeners. It's by Jordan Tannehill, and this one is about this one seems like it's a little bit sci-fi-ish. It's literary fiction as well. It is basically a noise starts, and people in the neighborhood only some can hear it and others cannot. Others say that they can hear it, but they really can't, and all that sort of stuff. And basically it's looking at the devastating consequences of that, and how it all plays out and all that sort of stuff. So it's sort of like a neighborhood story, what the lengths that people will go to fit in, essentially, and all that sort of stuff. All the people that hear it, the little bit of information that is on the back, which is not much, basically the people find themselves gravitating towards other people that they can hear them. They create a group of like-minded people, I guess, to create a friendship and whatnot, but then it sort of takes a bit of a sinister turn. So that's all I really want to know about it, and so I'm looking forward to getting this one done this month as well. And I love the cover. Like, it's very different, very, very busy, but it's called The Listeners by Jordan Tannell. So I'm looking forward to getting into that one as well. But that actually concludes and will catch me up for Buzzwordathon. So I've got 3 books there to read, to catch up for that, and then I will sit down and talk about each of the books and how I felt about them, and all that sort of stuff, because as I said, I keep forgetting to vlog about them. I don't know why. It's just sort of one that's on the back burner as well. I've got actually a couple of videos that I need to make a priority because they've been put on the back burner. That's my classics one, and also this one as well. So keep an eye out for that. And to do that, you need to be actually subscribed to my channel, so that way you don't miss out on anything at all. If you click the subscribe button and then change it to all notifications, you'll get notified whenever I put a video up as well. And if you'd like to see extra content from Dusty Book Sniffers, why not think about come over and join our Patreon as well. We've got book clubs and challenges and all sorts of stuff happening over there to keep you reading and get that physical TBR down as well. And while you're down there looking at everything, don't forget to hit that like button as well. But that is it from me today. I just like to say have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. It's great to be back after my month-long hiatus, except you have seen me on sprints. But as always, keep turning those pages, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.